Was trying to drive a nail vertically into a pencil, ended up driving it into my hand instead. I broke my arm just riding my bike on flat ground. I saw a shiny rock and turned my head to look at it and fell over. I refused to take off a band-aid when I was around 6 years old. It got infected and they almost had to amputate my leg. Not me, but one of my teachers in high school tripped on his sword and stabbed his leg. Had to go to the ER. Dropped a chair on my face. Still got the scar 20 years later. One semi-loud sneeze. Popped a vessel in my nose. Had to go to the hospital because it bled like a faucet. I stepped off a curb coming out of a movie theater and rolled my ankle. I ended up fracturing a bone in my foot that required surgery. I was on crutches for about 6 months. Oh. I have two. I broke my hand attempting to punch my brother. Through a weak fist, he blocked with his arm, and I broke the bone on the side of my right hand. I broke my clavicle after riding my bike into my dog in our driveway, and flipping over the handlebars. Coming from a lactose-intolerant person, eating copious amounts of dairy to the point where I shit my organs out, then pass out on the bathroom floor, then subsequently wake up with a small piece of my forehead missing. Not me, but a friend got drunk and punched a brick wall full force to prove how tough he was. The resulting damage to his hand left him permanently unable to fully close it. At the time he was very drunk and preaching about how harmful weed is because it destroys your body. I tore a muscle in my shoulder blade masturbating. I was headed to the laundry room in my apartment building, and decided to walk down the icy steps in flip-flops. I slipped, landed all 350 pounds of my then-self on the edge of a step just above my left butt cheek. This resulted in a fractured pelvis and nerve damage, both of which still bother me from time to time 16 years later. The amount of times I kicked myself in the balls while trying to remove my socks is way too high. I have a giant scar on my ankle from shaving my legs drunk. By climbing a tree and just standing there and somehow slip and break my legs. Edit, it had been raining and I was 7. Threw my back out taking a shit. This just happened like 5 days ago. I was taking a dump peacefully in my restroom, and my daughter has a small wooden stool she uses to reach the counters and get on the toilet. I thought to myself, well, I'm sitting here watching YouTube, may as well get comfortable. I stretched my legs onto the stool, and all of a sudden I feel a very sharp pain. Imagine getting probed in your hip joint by a white-hot iron poker that also electrocutes in my hip joint. No major movement was done, other than just lifting my legs, straightening them out onto the stool. Had to finish taking a shit in severe, blinding pain. -10 would not recommend. Now, every time I walk or try and straighten up, my hip feels like a jellyfish is fucking my hip with its stinger. Been going okay for 5 days, but can't afford to see a chiro. Imboned. Being a 30-year-old dude and this happening sucks ass. Threw my back out sneezing. Told my boss/coworkers I was helping my mom move something heavy because it was so embarrassingly lame. I tried to pee off the side of a hot tub because I was jealous that my brother and his friends could do it. I'm female. I slipped and cracked open my chin on concrete. Not me and not sure if this counts, but my cousin broke his finger on a bouncy castle.